Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Param Singh, your web accessibility expert who makes sure your website works for everyone. And today we are diving into something massive. Yes, we are testing one of the biggest banks in India, ICICI Bank. With over 6,000 branches, 18,000 ATMs, and millions of users, this website must work for everyone. Well, I hope it works. After the love you showed to my NVDA and JAWS videos, I had to go bigger. This is part 1 of 2-part series, and trust me, you don't want to miss part 2. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. In the next video, we will fire up NVDA, the world's most used screen reader, and go through ICICI site like a real user would. But first, we are starting with the automated testing and manual keyboard checks. That's what today is all about. Automated tools such as ANDI and DevTools can catch up to 20 to 30% of the issues depending upon the complexity of the web application. The rest, that's on you and me. So let's do this together. Let's talk about scale. ICICI isn't your corner shop bank. It's a giant bank with more than 6,200 branches across India. And their website is getting millions of hits every single day. As per the SEMrush website, in April 2025, ICICIBank.com received approximately 37.39 million visits, with an average session duration of 9 minutes and 42 seconds. If this website has accessibility issues, millions of users are affected. And that's why we are here. I'm genuinely hoping that this website is accessible. Fingers crossed. But let's not assume. Let's test and find out together. First, let's begin with ANDI, the Accessibility Name and Description Inspector, built by the US Social Security admin. This tool helps you quickly find page structure, headings, tabbing order, and much more. Alright, I have the ICICI website and we are gonna test the homepage for this video. And before we actually begin, by simply looking at this page, I can see serious red flags. Look at the color that they have used for home, personal banking, and Insta banking. To naked eye, I believe this will fail the minimum color contrast of 4.5:1. Also, they are having this carousel, which is moving constantly. It is not stopping, and there is no mechanism provided for me to pause it. So this is going to be a failure for accessibility, because any video or any content that moves for more than 5 seconds, there must be a mechanism to pause, stop, or hide it completely from the page. Because this is a distraction and will impact people with low cognitive disabilities. They can easily get distracted. With that, let's turn on ANDI. I'm going to click on this bookmarklet, and wow, we have a message which says this page has a content security policy that blocks scripts like ANDI. For help, visit the anti-help FAQ page. So they have disabled these plugins on their website. But not to worry, we have another tool that we can try and test with, and that's DevTools. Right click and go to inspect. And then under this menu, go to DevTools. Now this is assuming that you have installed this plugin on your Chrome or Firefox browser. If you have not done it, you have to install it first. And then I'm going to click on the full page scan, because this is the only option available in the free version of DevTools. Now, if you want to explore what are the other options provided in the pro version of DevTools, I have created a full video on it. What is partial page scan and how you can test for the intelligent guided tests. But for this video, let's click only on the full page scan. So After analyzing this page, it has identified 29 accessibility issues. And if we have to further categorize it, it has 1 under critical, 28 under serious. And we are going to go one by one based upon the criticality of the issue. So let's begin with the critical. I'm going to click on number 1 and it says certain ARIA roles must contain particular children. And let's highlight which element is in question. So it's the top menu item or the menu section of it. And if you scroll down, it says ensure elements with ARIA role that require child roles contain them. So what it means is, if you look at this tag, they are using a UL, an unordered list, and they are using a role which says tab list. So they are having this entire section as a tab list. And let's look at the LI tag that they are using. And the LI tag is missing critical pace, which is role tab. Now, how do you fix it? Simply click on this icon which says inspect element. Go to this section. You see this is a UL tag with role tab list. And expand it. And for this active one, I'm going to edit the HTML. Let's add a role. I'll say role equals to tab. I'm going to do it for the others as well. So as you can see, I gave role tab to every single list item within this ordered link. Let's go back to our DevTools. I'm going to go to the top and say rerun the scan. I say yes, we are ready to do it. And now we are down to 27 issues. And the one issue under the critical is eliminated. Now let's move on to the serious issues that it identified. Number 1, it says elements must meet minimum color contrast threshold. And this is what I said at the beginning of this session, right? That there are visible issues like color contrast on this page. And to see which element is in question, simply click on the highlight button. It highlights that the home is having the issue. It says to solve this, you need to fix the following. Currently, it is at 2.68 and the expected is 4.5:1. Now let's see what other elements are having the issue. It's the top again, personal, Insta banking. If I do again, it says know about our services. Using white color on this orange is causing the issue. Let's do the next one. It's also for the same actionable buttons with the same orange color background. Let's do next. It's for the steps that they have used. So color contrast is clearly an issue on this website. I'm gonna unclick the highlight. Stop this one. The next one is link must have discernible text. And let's see which link is in question. The moment I click on the highlight button, it took me to the top of the page. And this is coming for the slider or the carousel that they have. I'm pretty sure that they are not using ARIA label or an alt text for the image tag that they have used. Yeah, so it's clearly missing the alt text for the images and they have not used any ARIA label. So for a screen reader user, they will never know what is in the viewport, what is being displayed on their page. So this is where a carousel must be made accessible. Anytime a new slide is displayed on the section, that must be announced using ARIA live attribute. And if you want to learn more on how to make your carousel accessible, watch this video. I will provide the link in the description. Let's unhighlight this, close this section, and let's see the next one. It says interactive controls must not be nested. Expand this. Now it's coming for the LI role tab that we defined. If I inspect this one, we have missed certain ARIA attributes that are required. The default behavior when you're making a custom component and giving it a role tab list and tab, that's where you have to get rid of this anchor tag and provide the other necessary ARIA tags required. So let's do it. Edit as HTML. Say, after this, say ARIA First of all, let's make sure that it is in the tabbing order. I'll say tab index equals to 0. A pro tip, never use tab index greater than 0 because it will mess up the entire tabbing order on your page. Next, we have to give aria-selected. It should be true because that's where we are right now. And then we have to provide the ID of this section, the tab panel that is controlled by this tab. So we have to say aria-controls and pass the, just for this video, ID of panel 1. So these are the bare minimum things required to make a tab fully functional. And then you can get rid of this anchor tag because it's not necessary. Simply put your text internet banking as part of the li tag. So you need to have role tab. You have to ensure you are putting in the tabbing order using tab index 0, giving the required aria attributes like aria selected true or false, and then use aria controls and pass the ID of the tab panel. Now, one thing to note is aria selected true or false should be dynamic depending upon the current state. So if I'm selecting EMI internet banking, this one should be aria selected equals to false. And then for the li tag for EMI internet banking should have aria selected true. Now with that, I'm gonna switch to our keyboard testing. I'm gonna refresh this page so that we can begin from the top of the page. Now, the first thing that you must encounter using tabbing key is that you should go to the skip to main content. Let's see if this website has it or not. I'm gonna press tab key. So the moment I press tab key, it is not having skip to main content. My focus moved to the ICICI Bank logo, which is a failure because this website is having a lot of things in the header section. So to reach the main content, I have to do tab so many times. Unless I'm running a screen reader like JAWS, where you can press Q as in Queen to jump to the main section. But not all screen readers provide that functionality. NVDA does not have a shortcut key Q to jump to the main section. So this is a failure. It should have a skip link mechanism at the top of the page. I'm going to press tab again now. Wow. I pressed tab, but my focus is lost. I don't know where my focus is. I'm going to press tab again. Now, I'm still not sure where my focus is. I'm pressing tab again. Still no response. Now, when I press tab, it went to iShop. So, these links, personal, NRI, and business, are not accessible to a keyboard-only user. I used my mouse to mouse over and show you that these are actionable. However, they are not for a keyboard user. Let's mouse out. Let's continue with our keyboard testing. After iShop, my focus is lost again, and I'm not sure where I am. Let's continue tabbing. I tabbed once, twice, thrice, and now my focus is on complaints. Again, it missed resources, about, and help link. I'm directly on complaints. Well, we have a lot of complaints. So far, in just 5 to 10 tabs, we see that there are a lot of buttons which are missing the tabbing order. I'm unable to put focus on them. Let's continue tabbing, and my focus went to this carousel or marquee that is working in the vertical order. It missed the call button that they have. I'm going to press tab again. It's on the heart icon. Then again, my focus is lost. Tabbed again, tab again, tab again. Now my focus is on the home link. However, it missed the critical drop-down, which is for the country drop-down, and then it skipped the login button. I visually couldn't understand where my focus is. And now I am on the home link. Let's continue pressing. I'm on personal banking, Insta banking, internet banking. I'm on the internet banking tab. Now I am on EMI internet banking, get started, services offered, online banking, list of services, list of service requests, and then more is not in the tabbing order. It went directly to login. Now I press tab again. It's on know about our services. Tab again. I don't know where my focus is. Tab again. Tab again. Now it's on login now. Tab again. It's on get user ID. Generate password. I'm lost again. I don't know where my focus is. I'm tabbing again, again, again. I did multiple times. Trust me, I'm tabbing. Now my focus came to this infographic. I'm not sure whether it's actionable or not. Let's try. I'm gonna press enter. Yes, that's actionable. It triggered a functionality. It opened up a new page. But let's go back to the previous page. I'm gonna continue from here. Tab. Now the other infographic or the other slide is not in the tabbing order. Again, my focus is lost. I'm tabbing. Trust me, I'm tabbing. See, my focus is still lost. And I don't know where my focus is. So it's skipping a lot of content on this website. Most of the actionable items which are critical for our user are not in the tabbing order. Now, we know there are a lot of challenges. Some of the items are not in the tabbing order. Let's go to the top of the page. I'm going to refresh and see if an item is in the tabbing order. Is it really actionable? If I press enter or spacebar key, can I trigger the linked functionality? Let's start with the ICICI Bank. I'm going to press enter. Yes, it's refreshing the page and it's reloading and loaded a new page for us. Let's go back to the main website homepage. Press tab. Let me put focus on iShop. I'm going to press enter. Yes, that's actionable. Let's go back to okay, let's continue from here. I'm going to go to the complaints, press enter. So it opens up a new tab. Again, I see the same issues for the color contrast ratios. But let's go back to our keyboard testing. I'm going to press tab again. I'm going to press enter here. And it opens up a model for search for products or services. So this is actionable. Now let's search for car loans. I'm able to type it into the text box. And let's see if I can interact with this model. I'm using my tab key. So this model is not actionable using the keyboard. I'm pressing tab. And as you can see, my focus is moving in the background. So they are not retaining the focus within this model. And that's another violation. The focus must be within this model because as a user, I'm interacting with this model which is displayed on top of this page. So it must be in the tabbing order. This model controls must be in the tabbing order. Let's see if I can use my mouse to get back to this model. Use down arrow key or up arrow key, nothing happens. So even though I'm able to type what I'm looking for, I'm unable to make a selection using my keyboard only. And remember, we are only working for a persona who is only dependent on a keyboard. He is not running a screen reader. That's something that we will test in our part 2 of this video. Let me try pressing escape key. If it closes the model, it does not. So the only way that I can close, I believe, is clicking on this close button or clicking outside of it. So as a keyboard user, I'm unable to close the model without using my mouse. And that's the biggest challenge for this model. Let's continue with our keyboard tests. Let's see what we have next. It's home. I'm going to press enter. And it opened up a new page that's talking about everything related to home related services that ICICI Bank offers. Let's go back to the original page where we began with. Let's see if the carousel that we have is operable using a keyboard or not. Let's reach to that point. I'm currently on login now. I'm going to press tab. I'm on know about our services. I'm pressing tab again. Visually, I cannot see where my focus is, but I'm assuming that my focus is now on this carousel's pagination button at the bottom because the slides are not moving anymore. And if I have to use my right arrow key, I'm able to use or navigate to the next slide using left or right arrow keys. However, visually, as a keyboard user, I have no indication where my focus is. So it is putting a lot of cognitive load as well on a keyboard only user. There should be a visual indicator. I'm gonna press tab again. My focus is still lost. I believe it's going through all the pagination buttons. And then finally, it comes to the login now. So there are a lot of challenges, and let's summarize what all issues we identified only using the XDev tool and the basic keyboard checks. To me, this site is having a lot of challenges. Let me summarize it for you. So there you have it. From missing labels to empty headings and poor keyboard focus, ICICI Bank website still has a long way to go when it comes to accessibility. These are not just technical issues. They are real barriers for millions of users who rely on assistive technology every single day. And guess what? That's just the warm up. In part 2, we are going to run NVDA screen reader and dig even deeper for real-time testing for real user experience, and probably a few more surprises. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. So subscribe now so you are the first one to watch it when it drops. Comment below if you have ever tested a banking site. I read every single comment, and who knows, I might feature your in the next video. Here's the challenge of the week. Test your homepage using 3 tools. Run DevTools. Use ANDI to inspect your headings and links. Unplug your mouse and test with keyboard only. Comment below what failed or what surprised you. Your website deserves to be usable for everyone. And now you have got the tools to make that happen. If this video added value to you, like it, share it, and send it to your dev team members. I'm serious. I have seen teams fix issues overnight after watching this channel. Accessibility isn't just about compliance, it's about compassion. Let's build better together. This is Param Singh, signing off.